There seems to be an unspoken rule in nature that life in the ocean and seas must always be far scarier than life on land. But between 259 and 251.9 million years ago, we can say that your best chances were in the water rather than on land, especially in the last epoch of the Permian period. In this period, the Earth was unrecognizable in nearly every sense, since most of Earth's landmass was tied up into the supercontinent Pangaea, leading to Africa, the Americas, Antarctica, India, Australia, and parts of Europe all being connected. The ocean in this period was unlike anything before or after, and it occupied well over 60% of the Earth's surface, outsizing the current Pacific Ocean by 2 times. There were, of course, sharks, but they didn't pose any danger such as the Helicoprion. This was an 8-meter or 26-foot long and possessed one of the strangest and most unsettling mouths of all time that consisted of a cluster of large teeth on the bottom jaw, which were arranged into whorls. There were a lot of strange sharks and creatures in shape, but at this moment the waters of the late Permian sounded quite safe and boring, while on land you would have gotten no breaks. Life on land in this period became arguably more dangerous than before, since the extinction took out the old rulers of the Earth, the Dinocephalians, and therefore leaving the door open for new rulers to arise. The Dinocephalians were a group that consisted of large-bodied therapsids who were extremely diverse and plentiful throughout most of the early and mid-Permian. Yet despite their success, they failed to make it to the late Permian. This absence allowed multiple groups to get ahead, but there was one group in particular who benefited the most, unfortunately for others, and that was the Gorgonopsids. As time passed and with the eradication of the Dinocephalians, the Gorgonopsid genus became bigger and bigger until we reached the biggest Gorgonopsid of all time, Inostrancevia. This predator wasn't just the biggest of its kind, but also the largest terrestrial predator from the late Permian, with exceptional remains suggesting that adults could have been over 11 feet or 3.5 meters long, while weighing over 1,000 pounds or 453 kilos. In addition to being much larger than most Gorgonopsids, the Inostrancevia was also built differently, as it possessed extremely sturdy, long limbs, which made it both durable and surprisingly fast, allowing it to outpace a myriad of medium to large-bodied herbivores. Also, it had elongated postcanines and supersized upper canines, which were 15 centimeters or 6 inches long, making them among the largest teeth seen in non-mammalian therapsids. In addition to being lengthy, the weapons were curved and finely serrated, allowing them to easily slice through flesh, incurring massive blood loss and causing catastrophic damage to the vital organs of his victims. In South Africa, a whole subfamily of giant Gorgonopsids had independently evolved called the Rubiginae. While the Inostrancevia was the largest single Gorgonopsid of all time, the Rubiginae were on average the largest family and were distinguished by robust skulls, the lack of a parasphenoid bone, frequent tooth replacement, and the possession of deeply serrated teeth that were better for cutting than those of the Inostrancevia. And if this wasn't bad enough, it's now thought that it coexisted with Inostrancevia too, since both had a presence in late Permian South Africa. That all goes to say that this truly was the planet of the Gorgonopsids, and their dominating presence on land made water a safer choice. The late Permian was home to many other predators too, that were nightmarish in their own right, with the most notable examples being the Therocephalians. Out of all the Therocephalians, the one who stood out the most was the Mascarinus, a jaguar-sized predator with a lion-sized head that was equipped with numerous very sharp conical teeth. Its disproportionately large head suggested a fairly strong bite, and paleontologists think that it hunted prey by pinning them down with its powerful forelimbs before dealing out damage with its razor-sharp teeth and powerful jaws. One of the only non-Gorgonopsids to have achieved apex predator status is the Megawitzia, which is a 3-meter or 9-foot long. This creature prowled European Russia during the first half of the Lopingian. To date, it is the largest known Therocephalian specifically. Some studies on its skull seem to suggest that in life it had a venom gland and possibly multiple venom ducts that would have delivered fatal amounts into prey while biting them. By this point, the late Permian should come across as a hectic place, with therocephalians and gorgonopsids running about. We had also the Vigeltosauridae flying in the sky. These reptiles were part of the larger group known as archosauromorphs. For sure, confronting one won't make you comfortable. Do you think you would have a chance to live on land during this time? What creature terrifies you the most in today's episode? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed our video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content. See you very soon with a new episode.